So ladies and gentlemen, give us a hand.
Thank you, and sit down. Because it would really be hard to say much after that. Thank you, Joe, so very, very much. Joe's someone who, like what he said, we've really gotten to know each other over the last few months. He is a man of honesty and integrity, and I don't have to tell all of you that. We would be so well served to elect him to represent his district in the state of Connecticut, because for sure we need more state senators, like Joe, in Hartford. And so we would be proud to call each other senator. So I hope that will happen for both of us. Today I had a little fun at the Crocodile Club meeting. For those of you who don't know what that is, and I didn't know what it was was my first time there. But it was at Lake Compounds, and it was really a totally bipartisan event, just with everyone kind of poking a little fun. It was a good day to have a little roast, of your opponents, whatever. And so Dick Blumenthal had a few words to say, and at the very end he said, I really thought that during this, campaign that I would be invited to attend a wrestling match, but so far that hasn't happened. So when I stood up, I said, Dick, you really don't need an invitation. All you have to do is purchase a ticket. So I guess that was, pretty good. Everyone seemed to appreciate it the way you folks did tonight, too. But we are, this is a real tough campaign. Richard Blumenthal has been Attorney General, for a couple of decades plus. He has great name recognition throughout the state. I'm a bit of an underdog. I've been closing the gap, but I'm still an underdog, and it's going to require all of us working very hard to elect, hopefully not only me, and of course that's self-serving on my part, but for all of us, Republicans who are running. We really need a grassroots effort. We need for all of you to turn out like you have tonight, and this is really, really astounding to see all of you here tonight. We need that grassroots effort. We need door knockers, signs in yards, telephone callers, because it's going to be an effort to get past all of the big name recognitions, of others, and to turn what we need to do in our state, I think, and in our country. But we have, the state of Connecticut is kind of mirroring our national issues at this particular time. We do have runaway spending. We have debt in our state, and we have deficit in our state, and we need more Republicans to help balance our legislature, not only here in Connecticut, but certainly also in Washington. We have seen what bigger government is doing. We have seen what stimulus packages have done when the money did not get into the hands of small businesses. We did not create jobs in the private sector, and the stimulus package failed, and now there's talk of more stimulus. There's talk of, tax increases coming January 1st, which some refer to as the Bush tax cuts expiring, but let's call it what it is. It's tax increases if it goes forward, in the first of the year. Some talk about only, increasing the rich, but the rich included in that number, are a lot of small businesses who operate as sole proprietorships or subchapter S corporations, which is how I started. And for an individual filing that return, the cutoff point is $200,000, and then for couples it's $250,000. So I have talked to many small business owners across this state who have said, look, I'm just not going to grow. I would have an opportunity to take on another job, but if I go over that $250,000 level, I'm just going to be working harder for the government. We have Iran, where we have, Ahmadinejad, who I think really is, he's a rogue at best, and clearly he's set on the destruction of Israel. He's certainly set on developing nuclear weapons, I think under the guise of nuclear energy. But we have to really keep an eye on that situation. Sanctions have been put in, but we cannot take all options. I mean, there isn't any option that we take off the table in dealing with Iran, and we must be very mindful of where they are. I'm looking forward to the President's remarks tonight because I don't know what he's going to say exactly about where we are with Iraq. We are bringing our soldiers home at this particular point. But what kind of stabilization force is going to be kept there and how effective is it going to be? There have been a lot of lives and effort put forth in Iraq. I hope that the stabilization forces will be able to do exactly what the program and plan is for them. In Afghanistan, we are reevaluating. I think we need to reevaluate where we are in Afghanistan to make sure that the strategy that was put in place a couple of years ago is still the right strategy to be there. How do we make sure the people of Afghanistan don't feel that they're abandoned, but at the same time have the proper military and the proper strategy in place? General Petraeus has now been there, I think, a couple of months. I lose track of time, but clearly he was one of the generals on the ground in Iraq with the surge that helped push that forward. So I think it really is an evaluation in Afghanistan today, and there will be some time that we'll be looking at what is the proper strategy. Is it to continue where we are? I think we have to get reports from the generals on the ground and see where we are. We all believe in freedom, but we also know that we have to take care of things here at home. So there's a lot to do. A senator is going to be very busy, and that's what I want to do. I want to go to do a job for you. I'm not looking for another career. I'm not looking for fame or glory at all. I'm not looking for a hobby. I stepped away from a wonderful career to seek this position. I'm funding this campaign myself with money I've earned because I do not want to give up my independence to special interests. I thank you so very much for your time this evening. I thank you for your support. Let's turn out a unified Republican vote this coming November because we need to make a difference. We need to make our voices strong, and we need to be heard. Thank you all again, and let's go, Joe!
Just wanted to mention two people who I missed. One of them snuck in on me. Where's Mark Boughton? Oh, there he is. Son of a gun. Candidate for Lieutenant Governor, Mayor of Danbury. Excellent man. And I didn't mention Senator Michael McLaughlin, the man I'm most looking forward to serving with in the Connecticut State Senate. Let me say, too, that we are going to be doing Thursday of next week. We will have a headquarters opening for our headquarters in Southington, right downtown at 35 North Main Street, the old Abbey Theater for those with a long memory in town. So that'll be 6 p.m. Thursday, September 9th, I believe it is. Is that right? Thursday, anyways. So come on down if you're in town. And my Tea Party friends are waving at me that we will also be doing at the Capitol on October 2nd, 1 month before the election, Saturday, October 2nd at 12 noon, a rally which is called Drain the Swamp, to get some of the more dangerous and odious incumbents out of the legislature. So put that on your calendars. I hope you'll join us there. It's great to see you all here. Have a nice evening, eat and drink and be merry, and thank you very much.